Welcome to the Nurses Breakroom. It's not a place we get to visit very often in real life, but you're always welcome to come and recharge here. And while you're at it, head to selfcareisn'tselfish.com and grab your free copy of my book, Self-Care Isn't Selfish, The Compassionate Nurse's Step-by-Step Guide to Personalized Stress Relief. It's packed with simple, effective strategies to help you prioritize your needs without guilt so you can feel energized, focused, and ready to take on the day. Grab yours at selfcareisn'tselfish.com. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Nurses Breakroom with Jenny Lytle, RN. Today, we are going to focus on the wisdom in our bodies and the fact that our bodies often tell us things before maybe we realize it mentally. Our nervous system constantly gives us feedback, and these are things that often show up before we really recognize that exhaustion or resentment, or we start to feel shut down. But when we ignore the feedback that we're getting, that is often how burnout sneaks in. So some things that you might be feeling when it gets to be too much. Maybe tight jaw or shoulders, or shallow or held breath. And I know for me, that's something that, I do find that my jaw gets a little clenched. My shoulders get knotted up and kind of drawn up toward my ears. And I feel like I'm just not breathing enough. I feel like I can't take a deep enough breath. Maybe for you, it's a heavy chest or a knot in the stomach. And I feel some of that as well. I was diagnosed with irritable bowel years ago, and really a lot of that is very stress related for me. Sudden fatigue or irritability can be signals that your body is saying, hey, we need to do something a little different. Or maybe feeling numb or checked out. Headaches or muscle tension that just shows up for no reason. And the thing is, these aren't weaknesses. They're not likely even strictly physical things. They're information. And here are some simple ways that you can help to counteract that quickly and in the moment. Just pause and take one slower breath out. So maybe that's, closing your eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath in, and let it out. Drop your shoulders and unclench your jaw. Put both feet on the floor and just really feel the floor beneath you. Notice that pressure and feel that grounding. Maybe you need to delay a decision. Instead of thinking, okay, I've got to do this right now, maybe pausing on that because maybe you're not in the headspace to make that decision. Maybe you don't have all of the information. So just saying, I'll get back to you if it's a decision with somebody else. And if it's a decision that you need to make yourself, then remind yourself, I don't have to solve this right now. And one of the things that I love to ask myself in the moment, especially when I'm feeling incredibly overwhelmed with all of the things to do, which is very easy to feel this time of year, is what do I need most right now? And this may be what do I need to do most right now, but often it's just what do I need most? And sometimes it's to sit down and make a list of the things I need to do instead of having them all swirling around in my head, then prioritizing them. Sometimes it's maybe I need to get up. Maybe I've been sitting too long and I need to take a break from it. Maybe it's getting a drink of water. Maybe it's getting a snack. Maybe it's getting some sleep. But just pausing enough to ask ourselves these questions. And boundaries don't have to be dramatic, and they don't have to necessarily even deal with other people. There are boundaries that we can set for ourselves that really can make a big difference. So just as a quick body check-in, just ask yourself, where do I feel tension right now? And what might decrease that by 5%? What's one small adjustment that I can make? Things like changing your posture or taking a sip of water, stepping away for 30 seconds, or just saying, let me get back to you. Those are all very simple things that can be done in just a moment, but can have a big impact. You don't necessarily need stronger boundaries, but you do need earlier ones. And your body is already helping you if you listen. Notice one signal that your body is giving you today and respond to that with kindness and compassion. Until next time, remember self-care isn't selfish. It's essential if we want to continue to care for others and live our best lives. Have a great week. Disclaimer. Although I am a registered nurse, the medical and health information contained in this podcast is provided for general information and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional advice. Therefore, before taking any actions based upon such information, I encourage you to consult with appropriate professionals. I do not provide any specific medical or health advice, and the use of or reliance on any information contained in this podcast is solely at your own risk.